For 3 years now, Triton senior Ethan Tougas has been building his own guitars. I got the chance to sit down with him and find out what inspired him to craft instruments.
Well, it's hard to really pinpoint one thing, but I think the two biggest things that inspired me were, around that time, still today, my favorite band was Queen. And Brian May from Queen, the guitarist, he built his own guitar with his father when he was 16 or 17. And to build that in the first place, I think is something to be proud of on his end. But then to take that and create a whole career and make all these hit songs with that instrument is just amazing. And I thought to myself, even if I don't go make a bunch of hit songs, which I don't really plan to, it would still be really awesome to be able to do that to some degree. And at the time, I really just wanted to try it out, see what happened. How long did it take to make my first guitar? I really don't remember. I should, but I don't. Something's telling me January to May, and that was in 2016. I don't know why something's telling me that, because again, I don't know, but that seems about right. It was the beginning of the year that I wanted to do it, and I started to do it, just buying cheap parts because I really didn't know what to do yet. I didn't want to spend a lot of money watching YouTube videos on how to do it. The type of guitars I make are electric guitars. I've thought about making acoustic guitars. Wouldn't be impossible, but it's a whole different skill set and tools you need that I don't have at the moment. I do want to venture into that at some point, but right now I just build electric guitars because they're simple enough in the sense that it's just a block of wood, the parts, and you just put them together. What I'm doing here, you can see I have these lines here. That's where the bevel starts. I'm marking out a 1/2 inch from the edge here, and then I'll draw that straight line with the ruler. And then with this palm sander, I sand the corner until those two lines make a perfect flat surface, or sometimes a little bit rounded if I want. The best experience making a guitar that I've had, again, it's right behind me, but is the guitar that I call the Papa Jim. And the reason that's the best one, that was the one that I made after the one I made for my friend Will. So that was the first guitar of my own design, my own shape and everything that came out as something that I was truly proud of. And I call it the Papa Jim because in the middle of making it, my great uncle who had made the bass for Chris Squire from Yes, he had passed away, and his name was Jimmy. And most of my cousins call him Papa Jim. So all my models so far have PJ17 as the model name. What's most rewarding is seeing, whether it be a single piece of wood or a bunch of unprocessed wood that I get for free at the mill yard and they're going to throw it away. Either of those things, seeing that from hunk of wood turn into piece of guitar. Obviously it's just the body, but there's something very satisfying about seeing a block turn into, this beautifully curved piece of artwork, I think. I mean, I don't like to consider myself, an artist per se, although I'm sure some people would, but when I look at the guitars, I think, wow, that's amazing to be able to have this block of wood and turn it into that. Even if no one else agrees with me on how it looks, I think they look great, and that's the most satisfying thing. ultimately I want to turn it into some sort of business. I don't know what that will entail, whether that's, a small warehouse or workshop with me, or, me and a few people that I entrust to work with me, that we work together every week, make guitars for people. That's what I would love to do. It could be something like that. It could be a small scale factory even. Anything really. I just want to be able to do this for the rest of my life. I think if anyone's looking to, follow their dreams, or if they have a hobby that they want to make into a living, I can't really say much right now because I haven't made it into a living yet, but in terms of following your dreams, just do it. It's going to be rough at first. My first guitar was awful. It was terrible. It looks terrible. I did many things absolutely wrong. But then the next guitar was miles ahead of that. Still terrible, but miles ahead of the previous terrible. So it's just, you just got to go for it. Look things up, learn how to do it from other people's mistakes. Make your own mistakes, learn from those, anything. Just do what you want to do and just have fun with it.